Enthusiasm, from folks all around the world, which is really exciting. So I'm going to do a quick product demonstration. I'm not going to do a full training today. Some of you may have joined last Saturday, which allowed me to kind of walk you through every step of the system, and that was about an hour call. But what I'd like to do today is give you a quick overview, show you what the system looks like, and I'm going to do something that I've actually never done before. I'm actually going to attempt, because I'd like you to see a trader running during market hours. I'm going to play a video, and I'm going to attempt to repeat what I say in the video without the sound. So this should be interesting. So just to start, what our system is it's a fully automated stock trading system. So what that means is we set a program, and what it does is it launches the system in the morning. It trades the market all day, and it shuts itself off at the end of the day. So what that means to you is as long as you have power and internet, this very powerful system running on your desktop is going to run continuously for as long as you decide to run it without any user intervention. It'll turn itself on in the morning, trade all day, and shut itself off at the end of the day. So this is just a screenshot here. This is what the robotic trader looks like. So on this particular day, what's interesting about this, what's great about this technology is you now have the ability to make money when the stock market's going up, and you have the ability to make money when the stock market's going down. So on this particular day, the Dow is down 68 points, and this is a Dow 30 strategy. So it identified that 3 of these stocks were trending down. We have GE, Pfizer, Bank of America here. They were trending down, and it opened up 3 short positions. And a short position, basically what that means is you have the opportunity to make money as the market's going down. What a great concept. So each one of these is a short position, and this line right here was one position that it had closed out and made $250. So this is just an example of a screenshot, and down below we have what's called our watch list. So we have our long watch list down below here. So whatever strategy you want to start simulating with, it's going to bring in the stocks from your strategy, and the system's going to trade them for you. It's going to open up the positions, and it's going to manage the positions, and it's going to close the positions for you without any user intervention, which is very, very powerful. So that's just a screenshot. Now what I'd like to do is I'm going to show you an example of a trader that's just trading one stock. So the beauty of the system is 5 million lines of code, but we've really made it very, very simple for you to operate and to use. So you download the system, you set it up, you select a strategy, and you walk away. So what I'd like to do is show you one system that's running, which is just trading one stock, just to kind of give you an idea here of what this looks like. And then go ahead and open it up. So this one here is trading Bank of America, and that's the only stock that one's trading. And it's a long position. It's a long only strategy. So it's trading 1,000 share lots, and currently the next column here gives us our entry price, which is $11.35 on that particular position and $11.09 on that particular position. So the limit price, what that represents is our goal. So on that top position, it's $11.50. On the bottom position, it was $11.24. The bottom position, the robotic trader actually closed it out. So the next column there is the price to go. So 0 means that it closed it out, but it opened up another position up top, which represents 12 cents to go. So the position change is going to show you how much that stock moved during the day. The next column is position change percent, and that's going to show you how much you made. So on that lower position, it made 1.35%, and it went ahead and closed out the position 100% unattended. So then we've got the net P&L and today's P&L. So the net P&L, $180 for the day, and overall for the strategy for the open positions. And then we've got today's P&L, which was $340. Then we have the volume, which is 91,522,000 shares for the day. And what that Y means there, where the mouse is is that the system recognized there was profit there, and it went ahead and took it, closed out the position. So now it's opening up a report here, and it's going to run a report for the past year. This particular strategy started on 9/24. So, and it's doing all of this 100% unattended. So 9/24, it opened up the first position, closed at 9/24, and made $190. Bought it at 8.95, sold it on 9/14. The next position, 8.82, 9.07. And it shows you all the profits there, 190, 250, 250. And this is a grand total on 12/20, which was the other day, of $4,455 in profit. So really, really powerful. You know, just trading one stock. You can choose to trade one stock, or you can trade many, many stocks. So kind of the upper part of the section, the first tab there shows these account values and funds allocated, and now it's going into the strategy wizard. So this is the back end of the system. This is where you set up your strategy, and you tell the robotic trader how many shares you want to trade. So this strategy is set up to trade 1,000 share lots, and 1,000 share lots and maximum shares to purchase of 10,000. And we tell the robotic trader what times we want it to trade over on the right there. And then we're going to click over to the next tab. And what this shows is Bank of America. That's the only stock that it's trading. So Bank of America there. And it's got one symbol. And it's just trading one stock. So you can trade one stock, two stocks, three stocks, 10 stocks. Each one of these systems will manage up to 100 long positions and 100 short positions for you. The next tab is the open positions rule. We're not even using any rules on this particular strategy. The only rules we have are the add to position rules. If the stock goes up, we're going to take profit. If the stock goes down, then we're going to add to our positions. So we're trading a tight range on Bank of America on 2% drops. So the next one here is our bread and butter screen. This is the profit requirements tab. So we've got 15 cents is the profit goal. Once we get to 15 cents on 1,000 shares, that's 150 bucks. The robotic trader is going to ride that stock up, and it's going to wait for a 3-cent pullback. Then it's going to close the position. So then we also have a profit protection feature, which is available there to use for your strategy. And then we have our stop loss and our trailing stop loss and our re-entry pullback features as well. So it's all point and click. There's no programming required, and it's really easy to use. One of the great things that we do is we set it all up for you, and we kind of walk you through some strategies for simulating. As a software company, we can't give you financial advice and tell you what to do with your money, but what we can do is we can help you out with strategies for simulating so that you can run it in real time and see how the strategy is going to perform and get a feel for the strategy and the technology before you risk any money in the markets, which is very powerful. It's a great learning tool, allows you to get comfortable with the technology. So next, what I'd like to do is show some examples of why this technology is so powerful. So what I've created here are just some examples, and I want to go through this with you real quick. As I mentioned before, this is for demonstration purposes only. CoolTrader Pro, CoolTrader robotic trading systems do not make buy, sell, or hold recommendations. Unique experiences and past performances do not guarantee future results. You should speak with your CPA or financial representative, broker, dealer, etc. So have to go through the disclaimer. We're not telling you what to do with your money, but we have a very powerful tool that can help you grow your money. So you can select a strategy that you want to run. So what I'd like to do here is just show you the difference between buy and hold and actively trading the stocks. The problem is, you know, traditionally we'd buy a stock and over time we'd have the expectation that the stock price would go up. Well, you know, there's a lot of companies out there where the stocks just stay in the same range. Microsoft is the perfect example. This is a 10-year chart for Microsoft here. So 10 years ago, the price was $25.85. The price today, well, this was a couple weeks ago when I did the training, was $27.36. So pretty amazing, you know, 10 years ago versus today, it's within $2 of the price, you know, it was 10 years ago. But it's not just staying there, it's actually moving around. And if you have an auto trader, this is gold. what we're doing here is if the price goes down, we're buying more shares. The price goes up, we sell. Goes down, we buy more. Goes up, we sell. Goes down, we buy more. Goes up, we sell. And it's doing this all for you 100% unattended. So it's really complementing whatever it is that you really love to do in life. So, you know, it's working for you. It's like having a full-time day trader, you know, employing a full-time day trader at home, managing your money and managing your positions and taking profit. So just to give you an example, and this is a very rudimentary, simple example, but, you know, Microsoft versus CoolTrade. So if you compare 100 shares, buy and hold versus CoolTrade, with a simple dollar up, dollar down strategy for simulating, if you bought and held, you lost money. So if you bought a stock, Microsoft, 5 years ago, and you bought it at $32.92 on 11/28/2007, and you sold it on 11/27/2012, you lost $556. But you lost all that time, and the time is really the key part. CoolTrade would have traded that stock with that simple dollar up, dollar down strategy 47 times for $4,494 in profit. I mean, you're looking at, I mean, it's a night and day difference. I mean, if you're actively trading the stocks, you can make money. If you're not actively trading the stocks, it's very difficult to make money. So the next one here is Halliburton. This is one that a lot of our customers like to trade because it's fairly volatile, but it stays in a pretty tight range. So the price of that one 5 years ago was $36.68. The price today, and this was 2 weeks ago at 11, or a couple weeks ago, was $32.41. So you get the example here. You buy and hold, you lost $427. CoolTrade would have traded that stock 155 times for $19,120. Now, it's adding to the positions as the stock's going down, but it's trading the stock for you in the range. So very, very powerful example there. And we're really going to change a lot of lives. I mean, this technology does so well, and it's so exciting to have this. Okay, USO is another example. This is actually a 3-year chart. So 3 years ago, the price was $39.15, and today's price, once again, this was a couple weeks ago, was $31.79. So buy and hold, you lost money. But actually, I want to go back to that, because what I want to demonstrate here is that this is a really tight range between $30 and, you know, it did get as high as $45, but really it's staying between $30 and $40. So as it's moving around in that range, the system is buying and selling the stocks for you. So we're not looking for companies like Apple. We're not looking for the next Amazon. We're not looking for companies like that. We're just taking very solid companies that trade in tight ranges over long periods of time and letting the robotic trader do its work. So this example here, buy and hold, you're looking at a loss of $783 on just 100 shares here. CoolTrade would have traded that stock 103 times for $10,767. I mean, what a difference in results there. So here, you know, once again, 3-step trading is what we've pioneered. You buy the software, you download it, you select a strategy, and you walk away. And our technical support team here is excellent. What they'll do for you, if you need assistance, is they'll install it for you. We just log right into your computer, we set it up for you, and then we talk to you about different strategies for simulating so that you can start running a strategy and you can let the robotic trader earn your trust over a period of time before you put your hard-earned life savings out in the market. So really that's the point of it. And what I'd like to do now, because we're going to keep it a short call due to the holidays and everything, is open this up to some question and answer. Sunil, are you there?
I am, Nick. The questions are coming in quite a bit. Let me start fielding them for you. The first question is a screenshot of Ed's trades on the big down day that I shared on the previous call, where the Dow had dropped on November the 7th by 303 points, and one of Ed's accounts picked up 56,600. The question is, and the comment is, that was very impressive, but how did Ed know to short on that day?
Ed didn't know. and that's the beauty of the system. So what we try to do, and you know, that was a screenshot from one of our traders. You know, we never know if a stock's going to go up or if a stock's going to go down the next day. It's very difficult to determine that. So what we've created is what we like to call the toll booth philosophy. So we open up a position, okay? We open up a position. If the stock goes up, you're going to pay the toll. If the stock goes down, what we're going to do is we're going to add another toll booth. So as you're wiggling around, you're going to keep paying the tolls, and those little profits taken over and over and over and over and over again really add up over time. And that's the whole key to the stock market, in our opinion. And what the key is just keep taking money, keep grabbing money. Take 50 bucks here, take 75 bucks here, take 100 bucks here, and just keep doing it over and over and over again. So that machine that we were referring to was running a short strategy. So what that means is we had a basket of stocks, positions that we had open, and when the Dow dropped and all those stocks dropped, what we did is we raked a lot of money out of the stock market because those positions passed the toll booth. So we ended up closing a lot of positions, and we picked up, we gained $50-some thousand. I don't have that screenshot in front of me on that one day. So it's very powerful. Once again, we never know which way the stock market's going to go, but we're completely at ease with the stock market because we know that every day we're taking profit, and that's the key.
Next question, is this an option spread trade type program?
No. So it's stocks only. So it's managing your positions. You know, the example that I just gave with Bank of America there, very, very simple example of just, you know, a robotic trader just trading one stock. And, you know, over the last 3 months running that strategy, if you compare the money that he's used on that strategy to the money that he's taken and the net profit, you know, it's up about 30% in the last 3 months, which is just remarkable. And that's just the power of, you know, the system, and just, you know, keep taking profits. You know, Bank of America has been advancing the last couple months, which is great, but it does pull back. We'll add more positions, and as it goes up, we'll take the profit.
Can you trade multiple strategies at a time?
Each system is set up to trade. You can carry out one long strategy and one short strategy simultaneously. So each one of these robotic traders will manage up to $2 million, and it will run one long strategy, one short strategy, manage up to 100 long positions and 100 short positions. This is institutional caliber system. I mean, in our hedge fund, we use these auto traders. So we're doing what we want to do during the day, and the system is doing all of the work, which is the beauty of it. And you know, just the fact that it's available to the public is incredible.
Please explain the area where it shows the dollar amount. What do these figures represent?
Okay, let me do that on this one because I can actually move my mouse around so that you can see it. Okay, so account value here, what that represents is the actual amount of money that you put into your account. So let's say you set up an account with TD Ameritrade and you put $30,000 in there. Okay, so that would represent $30,000, your current account value. Then the next box over is the funds allocated. So that's going to tell you how much money you have in the market. So on this particular one, it has 53,900, and the reason it has 53,900 is it's using margin. So when you set up an account, you are automatically going to be able to get what's called a margin account. So if you fund your account with 30,000, you're actually going to have 60,000 worth of buying power, and that's represented here. So then funds available over to the right there, and this is kind of a little day trading strategy that we run, and it's just kind of a simple example. So this one here, it would have closed all the positions at the end of the day, but funds available, $2,303. So it just bought 3 stocks, it identified them, it applied technical indicators, determined the stocks were trending down, opened up the positions, wrote them during the day. When they reached the profit goal, it closed them out. If they didn't reach the profit goal, then it just closed them out at the end of the day and went back to cash.
Next question. I don't see any trades that were not winners. In other words, no losses. I'm not sure which screen they may have been talking about.
Yeah, they're talking about the Bank of America one.
Okay.
And let me see if I can just flip over to that real quick. And what I can do is I can fast forward it and go to that screen. So what I'm going to do here, okay, let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to, all right, I'm going to open this up here. Okay, so these are the current open positions on this particular robotic trader. It only has one position open, and it only has funds allocated of $11,390. That's all that it has allocated. So there are no more open positions. That's just the inventory. So we have one position there it's got $11,390 allocated. Now I'm going to flip forward to the report here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and enlarge this here. So what we have here is all of the trades that it's closed since 9/24. So I can't move my my mouse around on this one, but if you look to the upper right or upper left where it says open, it shows you the day that it opened the position, the time that it opened the position, the day that it closed the position, and the time that it closed the position. So you can see the first day that it started that strategy at 9:30 a.m. it opened the position, and just, you know, an hour and a half later, or 45 minutes later, it closed that position. So it bought it at $8.95 and it sold it at $9.14, and it was 1,000 shares and made $190. The next one, $9.28, and closed it on 10/1. So that's, this strategy is just trading Bank of America, and you can see that under the symbol. All of those trades are just on Bank of America. So the next column where it says L or S, that tells you if you're on the long side or the short side of the trade. So this is just a long-only Bank of America strategy. Then the next one is, what did you buy it at, what did you sell it at, and then how many shares and what the profit and loss was. So we've got, if you just look at the profits, 190, 250, 250, 270, 110, 180, 130, 130, and then 440. Sometimes what will happen is stocks will gap up in the morning. So if you have a position at the end of the day that, is open, but you have not reached your profit goal, or you're negative in the morning, what will happen is it'll gap up. And that's what happened, I believe, on that one, and ended up taking a nice $440 profit. So it's all about being in the right place at the right time. And this is just an example of one strategy that's doing really, really well that a lot of people like. And it's one of the ones that, certainly you could start with. It comes with the system. So this one is net up positive. We don't have any losing positions on this particular one. I hope that answers the question.
The last webinar said that you could purchase the software with your 401k. Can you explain? Yeah, that's a great question. We absolutely know that will be a major part of our business, your business as associates. But we are going to defer that question to experts that we will be bringing on board. We hope to have a conference call with a couple of these top-notch nationwide companies that handle that. So I will defer that to the right individuals. So. Stand by.
I'm gonna add one more thing. So if you look at the last page on this one, when this video was done, it was 12/20, so that was just 2 days ago. And you look at the bottom and it says $4,455 in profit. If you remember from the trader screen that I showed you, it only had little over $11,000 allocated on the strategy. So this particular one is net up $4,455 in a 3-month period. So yes, he is willing to add more positions and spend more money if the stock goes down, buy more stock at a discount. And the robotic trader is set up to do that. But this one is net up $4,455 in 3 months, which is just remarkable.
What happens if you select a strategy and some sort of news comes out affecting a stock? I saw that happen with one of your people this week on Herbalife.
Well, first of all, Herbalife doesn't come with any of our custom strategies. So if somebody's trading Herbalife and put that into their system, you have the flexibility to choose your own stocks if you want to. But that happens. In the stock market, you're going to have bad news. And with our system, it's more about what you do when you're wrong than when you're right. So anybody can buy a stock, and if that stock goes up, you can take profit. Okay, but for our system, what it's all designed to do is handle the losers. How are you going to handle the losers when you're wrong? And what we do in our strategies, and this is, I'm not giving you advice, I'm just saying strategies for simulating, is we add to those positions, but we try to stick with companies that trade in tight ranges over long periods of time. Great American, iconic type companies like Microsoft in that example that I showed. I don't know much about Herbalife and that particular symbol. It's not one of the ones I trade, but Halliburton, they're an oil and gas company. They're not going anywhere. USO is United States Oil Fund. That's not going anywhere. Microsoft, that one's not going anywhere. And those are the types of ones we try to stick with. Now, if you go out and want to use the system to trade other stocks, you run the risk of getting into a position and it going down. Now you have to ask yourself if those companies or those stocks that you buy, how are you going to handle the losers? Do you want to set up a strategy where you're able to buy more at a discount? Our belief is you always want to be in the game. You always want to be buying and selling, and that's how we set up our automated traders. So I don't know how much Herbalife dropped, but did you buy more at a discount? If you believe it's a good company and it's trading in a solid range over time, buy more at a discount. If it drops down, buy more.
How do you have a profit by shorting GE at 2041 and buying it back at 2067?
Okay, so GE, all right, so this particular one, it bought it at 2067, and our limit price, which was our goal, was for that stock to drop to $20.42. So I think that's where the confusion is, and it did that. So what happened there is the position change, which is this column here, was 26 cents. So this particular one's trading 1,000 share lots, so it dropped 26 cents, and that was a gain of 1.25%. So we ended up making $250. So what happened is the robotic trader identified that the stock was trending down. It opened up the position. It dropped 26 cents. And what it did is locked in the profit. That Y over there, what that indicates is that the system recognizes that it's reached the profit goal for that particular strategy. So what it did was went ahead and put a Y there. And what it says is, I'm going to keep riding the stock down until there's a pullback. Once it starts heading the other way, then we're going to close the position. So then what it did was opened up another position. So it opened that position at $10.41, and it opened it up right away. So it was down, $30. There's what's called a bid and an ask, and whenever you open up a position, whatever the difference is between the bid and the ask, you end up down. But yeah, $30 on that, it's not a big deal. That's just a couple of pennies.
Does this work on Forex?
We have automated Forex. You have to use FXCM as the broker. They're our broker partner for Forex. So we don't get a lot of feedback on the Forex side. I would say 97% of our clients are stock people. But certainly, you're welcome to use it. He has automated Forex, and you can set up a strategy, and you can do that. You can select your pairs and do that right in the strategy wizard.
Do I have to be a seasoned trader, investor, and have great knowledge of the stock market to use this program?
No, one of the great things is, we really feel like our best clients are the folks that are new to stock trading, because the people that think that they know everything, they want to argue with you, they want to fight with you, and they've got their own ideas on how they want to do things. We don't, that requires us to kind of deprogram you, so to speak. What we do is, if you don't know anything about the stock market, the robotic trader is going to teach you a lot. So what you're going to do is run it in simulation mode. So you're going to select a strategy, and then what you're going to see is this system. It'll open up a position, and you'll see it take profit. Once you see it taking profits, you're going to say, wow, why did it do that? And the system's actually, you're going to be able to click on a button, and it's going to show the rules of the strategy, and it's going to say, wow, based on the rules of the strategy and all the calculations, it's, it determined that the stock was trending down or trending up, and it opened the position. I understand that, why it opened the position, because it was trending up, and it reached the profit goal. So it's going to teach you a lot. And then the fact that we have the training that goes along with it is going to be really powerful, and you're going to learn everything you need to know very, very quickly.
Can you see the history of a strategy past 1 month? Some might work this month, but another might work better next month.
We have strategies that have been running in the office here for, a couple of years. If folks want to take a look at those, probably what I'm going to do is a couple of videos and get them up on the website. I've had a lot of people ask that. So, one of the things about the auto traders is, it depends on when you start your strategy, and it depends on what your strategy is. And, we have so many clients, and everybody's running different stuff. So, they might be running very similar strategies, but they started them at different times. So, I'll probably do a couple of videos on some of the systems that have been running for longer periods of time and get them up on the website here in the upcoming weeks.
Does the software take short positions?
Yeah, that's what we're looking at here. So the system here, we've got 3 short positions, and this is on a day where the Dow, this is just trading Dow stocks. These are the 3 that I identified, and the Dow was down 68 that day, and each one of these positions, it was correct. On this one, it was up 80, this one 130, this one here, it made 220. So, it identifies, which way the stocks are trending and opens up the positions for you.
Granting the fact that some strategies have to have complex parameters in order to limit losses in order to be successful, would it be possible to include more explanation from the creator of the strategies so that novices can learn the rationale and can decide whether the strategy is right for them for the current market conditions?
Yeah, I'm going to be actually doing some more advanced training classes with Ed. So, the first couple trainings that I did the last couple of weeks, they're Auto Trader 101, which is just walking you through all the features and all the buttons and how to navigate the system. Auto Trader, the next course, 202, is going to be, on different things that you can do with the system. Look at different, different stocks and, how the auto traders would treat them over time. So, the next course will be on technical indicators in the system and how to build strategies. So, we're going to have a lot of information available to you here in the upcoming weeks, and we should be able to answer anybody's questions. But you can always, call technical support or strategy support here. We have a strategy support department, and they can help you build a strategy, and they can set it up for you for simulating.
I like this next question and comment because it resonates to me. The question is, are you still offering let me repeat. Are you still offering to mail a low-cost laptop with the program installed? The answer is yes. We have, our IT department has, head of our IT department has, I believe, 1,000 computers that are very inexpensive. I think it's $200, And yes, the answer is yes, you can. Call the office. We'll make arrangements to get that off to you. The comment was, I made the mistake of not leaving my family computer on this past week, and the testing of the trading program did not activate. Duh. She says, I hope helping dummies like me are your target market. And I hope you've heard me say this repeatedly, that the answer is absolutely, because I'm probably the dumbest guy you're going to ever meet in the market, and so that's again the genius of this program. So yes, don't fear. We are absolutely going to create systems for dummies like me. Okay, should you skip the first hour of trading?
Should you skip the first hour of training?
Trading.
You know, of trading or training?
Trading in the market.
Trading.
Trading in the market.
You know, most of our strategies are swing trade strategies. Certainly we have, you know, lots of folks that are more sophisticated that want to develop their own day trading strategies, and that's just their own call and determination. You know, most of our clients are long-term swing traders. You know, they've got their IRAs or 401ks or their own money, you know, in the system, and they're running longer term strategies. So they're never out of the market. During market hours, they're in positions, and the auto trader is you know, managing the strategy for them. But you know, that's just a personal call, personal preference on skipping the first hour of trading. And once again, yeah, go ahead.
Will software run on wireless internet? What speed is required? What happens if internet drops during trading?
If the internet drops during trading, then you're just buy and hold. Remember, your positions are held at the broker level. So, you know, your positions, you would have to set up an account with one of our broker partners, TD Ameritrade. If you sign up, if you buy the system first and then sign up through the trader dashboard, actually under the file menu, you'll be able to set up a new brokerage account. You'll get 50% off trades with TD Ameritrade. So, you know, we're the only ones that have that alliance with TD Ameritrade. If you walked into a TD Ameritrade office with $1 million, you couldn't get that deal. But it's a special deal that was created in 2006 for CoolTrade and CoolTrade customers. Now, second, Interactive Brokers is $1 a trade. So if you're trading 100 or 200 share lots, you know, then Interactive Brokers makes this automated trading so affordable. I mean, just $1 in, $1 out is unbelievable. What a tremendous value.
Talking about Interactive Broker, the question is that Interactive Broker doesn't start automatically. You have to key in a new code each time. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, what you need to do is deactivate your security card, and you can do that on their website. So as soon as you get it, you got to deactivate the card. If you don't deactivate the security card and you wish to have that extra level of security, then what you'll need to do is enter in the code, you know, every morning, and then the robotic trader will take it from there.
Funds allocated at $50,900, current account value at $30,380, and funds available at $2,303. Please explain. I'm assuming that was a screenshot.
Yeah, this is just a day trading one. So what it does is goes back to cash at the end of the day. So this particular one, it identified what it, based on the rules of the strategy, what the three best opportunities were at the time that it opened the positions. And so it allocated $53,900 on those three positions, got into them, in the morning and closed them all out by the end of the day and went back to cash. So that's this particular, it's just a demonstration strategy. You can do all kinds of different things with it. So the system comes with 5 long strategies and 5 short strategies right out of the box when you turn it on, and they're ready to go. You just have to put a check mark next to it in the strategy wizard. Actually, I'll pull that up if anybody would like to see that. But you get a couple of icons on your desktop once you download the software. Launch Start Cool Trade will allow you to pull up the trader, and then the Launch Start Strategy Wizard is where you select your strategy. So once you click that icon, then you'll see it loading up. This is the watchdog over here that's giving you the status of the program. And then here's 5 strategies. You got 5 long strategies. So if you just want to run long strategies, you can. If you want to run a short strategy as well, you could just put a check mark next to the box. Now, what I'm working on, and I'm going to get implemented over the next couple of weeks, is I'd like to have 10 strategies on here and a little video next to each one of them, so that you can watch a short 2-minute video which explains what it's doing, 2 to 5 minute video, what it's doing and how it works, and you can kind of see it in action before you put a check mark next to it and start simulating.
How many trades did it take to make that 4,000 plus on BAC long strategy?
About 23 in 3 months.
What is Henry's email address? Should we give him the home address and the home phone number for Henry? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, you might as well. You could actually call this his home. We joke that we should get him a little cot so he can just sleep in his office, because he was here at 6 a.m. the other day and here till 11 p.m.
What a tremendous guy! What a tremendous guy, ladies and gentlemen. If you've not had the pleasure of working with Henry, this guy is just a gem. He is all about taking care of you and your clients, and he's creating a team with the same attitude there in our IT department. Just my big time kudos off to Henry.
The reason Henry's in that position is because he cares so much about the clients, and he really represents us well. So he wants to give you, the information that you need, and really ensure that you have a great experience with us. And he's training our technical support team, and certainly we're very hard on everyone. It's critical to us that everyone has a positive experience with our support department.
We won't give Henry's email out only because we don't want to flood him with emails, ladies and gentlemen. We really would like you to do your due diligence as much as possible through the FAQs and the systems that we're creating for you and your prospects and your guests. If you have any questions in particular for Henry, please call the corporate office and we'll try to field as many of those questions. And then if we need to get Henry involved, we certainly will. Next question, will the system trade options?
No. So no options, no futures as of yet, just stocks, ETFs, no problem there. That's what the system was designed to do, and then you can set up a strategy for currency as well. So Forex and stocks, yes. Futures and options, not yet. But those are certainly, products we'd like to offer down the road.
What special security is required?
What special security is required in what aspect?
Yeah, that's the question. I'm assuming when they set up their trader on their designated computer, is there any special security features that they would need to have?
No. One of the things is you're logging into the robotic trader is logging into your broker account with TD Ameritrade. So that password is locked in there, and if somebody hacked into your computer, they couldn't see it. So that's not, we've never, in 7 years, we've never had anyone have an issue with security. So we're very proud of that. We take that very, very seriously.
All right, guys, we're going to wind down the call here. Just take a couple more questions, and we'll get you guys on your way and enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. A couple other questions. Received an alert that the market would only be open half day on the 24th and to close open positions manually. How do you do that? Okay, so yeah, it is a half day. So the system is fully automated. It doesn't know that it's a half day in the market. It only happens twice a year. So it doesn't know to do that. So if you want to close positions before market close on Monday, then you would just manually have to do it. Now most people are running swing trade strategies, so it's not going to be a big deal. Now, what you can do is, when the market closes,
you can turn your robotic trader off, and then it'll just pick up where it left off. It'll pick up where it left off on would it be on a Wednesday, or so on Wednesday it'll start trading again.
What happens if you get a bad stock and you keep buying more positions as it continues to go against you? Is there any kind of stop loss?
You can certainly set the stop loss however you want to. You can set up your strategy however you want to do it. You know, typically we are trading, typically we're trading companies that are less expensive stocks that have traded in a very solid range over long periods of time with a lot of volume. So if you wanted to trade more obscure stocks that are more volatile and maybe more risky, then you could set the stop loss, and if it dropped 10%, or 5%, or whatever you wanted to set it for, you could set that very, very easily.
Can you talk about stealth mode?
Yeah, what stealth mode is it's a very powerful and important feature built into the CoolTrade system. So what stealth mode means is we don't float our orders out in public view. So when you float your orders out in public view, what happens is you just think of it like playing poker and showing your hand to the guys you're playing with. So, we don't show the institutional computers and the professional day traders using their level 2 screens and their sophisticated computers what you're trying to sell a stock at. So it's everything is self-contained within your computer. Only the robotic trader knows what you want to sell that stock at, what your profit goals are, and then once you reach your profit goal, it's going to ride that stock up and try and grab more money, and then once it pulls back, it'll trigger the market order and close the position for you.
How much do I need to have in my account to effectively use the system?
We have folks that have $2 million in their systems, and we have folks with $5,000 in their systems. So we have a $2 and under strategy for simulating that comes with the system. So we have a lot of folks that'll start with 5,000, and then they'll just buy and sell stocks, that are between $1 and $1.50, or $1 and $1.25, or $1 and $2. So certainly there's one that comes with the system that can start simulating, getting a feel for it. But I would say a minimum of $5,000 to $10,000 is what you want to start with. TD Ameritrade, it's $2,000 minimum to open an account. Interactive Brokers is $10,000 minimum to open an account. If that helps.
What happens if chairman of Microsoft, for example, resigns or gets in trouble, stock tanks, and you're buying on pullbacks?
Do you really think that Microsoft's going to go out of business? And then the example that we always give is, if you set up a strategy and you're trading, 4 or 5 stocks, let's say you're trading Microsoft, JP Morgan, Facebook, Bank of America, and Halliburton. Let's just as an example, let's say that one of those stocks drops 50%. Well, if you set up your strategy to add on 10% drops, you would have, and you're trading 100 share lots, you would have 500 shares. But if it dropped 50%, then what you're doing is you're buying and selling at that lower level. You're still in the game. And what's beautiful about that, as long as the company doesn't go out of business, you're buying and selling. And as long as you're taking profit and buying and selling at that lower level, eventually over time, you will break even, and eventually over time, you will be radically profitable, as long as that company does not go out of business.
Okay, last couple here, Nick, and then we're going to end the call. How does a strategy know the difference when a stock goes down to know whether to sell or profit? Hang on. How does a strategy know the difference when a stock goes down to know whether to sell for a profit or buy to add to position?
It's all based on the rules of the strategy. So in the strategy wizard, and I'll just give you a really quick example once this comes up. I'm just going to go ahead and just show you. So this conservative this conservative long and short strategy that comes with the system. It was developed as the perfect replacement for the mutual fund in 2006 by another user in the community. And, you know, just to give you an idea here of what this is capable of, you know, I'm somebody that keeps my strategies very, very simple. You know, I just want to range trade stocks that are in long-term uptrends. So, you know, but if you want to let the system do all the work, it's going to take all 8,000 stocks, and then what it's going to do is apply these rules. And once it applies these rules, and just to give you, you know, some examples, the 5-day simple moving average is greater than the 18-day simple moving average. The 3-day simple moving average is greater than the 18-day simple average. So what that rule means is typically when the 5-day breaks through the 18-day, typically that means that the stock's in a longer-term uptrend. You know, and then you've got your volume requirements. You've got all of these rules in here, and it applies them to all 8,000 stocks, and it'll narrow them down to, say, between 20 and 30. So then once it creates a watch list of those 20 and 30 stocks, then what it does is it goes to the open position rules. Now, the robotic trader is processing all of these rules second by second on all of the stocks in your watch list. And if you can see this list, these are the open position rules. So once we identified those 30 stocks, you know, on our watch list, now we've got about 30 rules that need to be true in order for it to open the positions. All rules must be true for the robotic trader to open the position. So when these are all met, then it opens up the position. We laugh about this strategy because it's, you know, trying to line up the planets before it'll open up, you know, open up a position. So that's how it knows. It's based on rules and technical indicators. And then as far as closing the positions and taking profits, it's based on your profit goals and your profit requirements. So those all come set in these strategies for simulating that we provide you, so you can get familiar with the robotic trader and its capabilities. And then, you know, what'll happen is you may want to tweak it, and it's all point and click and really easy to do once you get to that point.
How do you guys get around major institutional investors manipulating and front running?
Well, you know, there is no easy answer for that. You know, if you're referring to high frequency traders and you want to learn more about, you know, the technology in the stock market and what these guys are doing, I'd recommend that you pick up the book Dark Pools, which came out a few years ago. It was written by Patrick Patterson. And these high-frequency traders, you know, they have their servers under the New York Stock Exchange, and they're trading in microseconds. So can they grab pennies from us? Yeah, absolutely. That can happen. But you know, for the average guy, it doesn't even faze them or affect them. And we're not high-frequency traders, and that's not what you're going to be doing with us. You know, what you're looking for is, say, on this particular strategy, 70 cents is your profit goal. If you're trading 100 shares of stocks, you know, of, say, stocks between $20 and $30, you know, you're looking for 70 cents. So, you know, those guys, that doesn't even affect you. So 70 cents would be 70 bucks.
I think we've got all the questions here. And listen, great job as always. And ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for being on the call. Please do remember that we have just an unprecedented opportunity for you and your guests, your prospects, to take full advantage of a cost of only $3,500 for the software that includes 5 years of subscription fees. So that's a $7,500 value if your purchase is made by 12/31 at midnight Pacific time. So please keep that in mind. That offer will never happen again in the history of our company. So it's a first mover advantage here for you, your guests, and we're also paying $1,000 per sale right now to you. So 3 sales, you make $3,000, plus if you make 3 sales from now to the end of the year, we also give you another $500. So you can recover the cost of your software very quickly by selling 3 units and earning $3,500. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for your valuable time today. We had literally hundreds of people from around the world on our call today, and I want to just say thank you, congratulations, happy holidays, and we will stay tuned for some more announcements coming from corporate over the next couple of days. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Anil. Thanks, everyone. Take
Thanks,
care. Happy
bye-bye.
holidays.